Have you ever wondered what makes Black R&B legends set the stage on fire every time they sing? Is it pure talent, years of mastery, or just something in their soul that keeps the magic alive? From Lionel Richie to Stevie Wonder, these icons have shaped the sound of R&B for generations. Get ready to be amazed as we take a look at 20 legendary R&B stars and where they are now. Try not to gasp. Lionel Richie. First up, let's talk about the man who gave us some of the most timeless love songs ever, Lionel Richie. Born in 1949 in Tuskegee, Alabama, Lionel grew up surrounded by music, thanks to his grandmother, who was a classically trained pianist. But he didn't just play instruments, he had the voice. In the late 60s, he joined the Commodores, an R&B funk band that gave us classics like Easy, 3 Times a Lady, and Brick House. But Lionel wasn't just about the band life. He had something bigger in mind. In 1982, he went solo, and boom, the world couldn't get enough of his smooth romantic ballads. With hits like Hello and All Night Long, he dominated the 80s, worked alongside Michael Jackson on We Are the World, and won multiple Grammys. Now, let's talk about the good life, because Lionel isn't just legendary, he's rich. With a net worth of over $200 million, he's living the kind of life most people only dream of. He owns an $11 million Beverly Hills mansion, complete with a recording studio, a massive pool, and a garage full of luxury cars. And speaking of cars, this man is rolling in style. Think Mercedes S-Class, Bentley Continental GT, and a classic Rolls-Royce Phantom. When he's not performing, he's yachting around the Mediterranean or rocking designer suits that cost more than some people's houses. But what's really crazy? He barely seems to age. At 74, he's still doing his thing as a judge on American Idol, mentoring young artists and proving that true legends never fade. Toni Braxton. Now, let's talk about the queen of heartbreak anthems, Toni Braxton. Born in 1967 in Maryland, she grew up in a strict religious household where her parents were pastors and she started singing in church. But music was in her soul, and she was destined for more. In the early 90s, she got discovered by L.A. Reid and Babyface, who signed her to Layface Records, and just like that, her debut album exploded. Toni Braxton sold over 10 million copies worldwide, and suddenly she was everywhere. With that signature deep, sultry voice, she gave us hits like Unbreak My Heart and He Wasn't Man Enough, and by the late 90s, she had multiple Grammys, millions of records sold, and a reputation as one of the greatest voices in R&B. And trust me, her lifestyle matches her status. Toni has a net worth of around $10 million, and she's living like the queen she is. She owns a stunning mansion in California, complete with chandeliers, a custom-built walk-in closet, and a piano room fit for a diva. Her car game? Insane. She's been spotted driving a Bentley Bentayga, a Rolls-Royce Ghost, and even a rare Ferrari 458 Spider. And let's not even get started on her fashion. Toni has rocked custom gowns worth thousands, wearing top designers like Versace, Gucci, and Dolce & Gabbana on red carpets. But life hasn't been all glitz and glam. In 2023, she revealed that she had a major health scare, emergency heart surgery due to complications from lupus, a condition she's battled for years. But in true Toni Braxton style, she bounced back like a champ. She's still teasing new music, looking flawless, and proving that some stars never stop shining. Smokey Robinson. Born in 1940 in Detroit, Michigan, he was a kid with big dreams and a natural gift for songwriting. He formed the Miracles in the late 50s, and before long, they were making history with hits like Tracks of My Tears, Ooh Baby Baby, and Tears of a Clown. But Smokey wasn't just a singer. He was the genius behind some of Motown's biggest hits. He wrote and produced for The Temptations, Marvin Gaye, and The Supremes, making him one of the most influential figures in R&B history. But let's talk about his love life because, Smokey has had some drama. He was married to his first wife, Claudette Rogers, for a whopping 27 years, And here's the twist. She was also a member of the Miracles. The couple had 2 children, Barry and Tamla, named after Motown's founder Berry Gordy, and the label itself, Tamla Records. But things took a turn when Smokey admitted to having an affair that resulted in another child. That led to their divorce in 1986. Fast forward to today, and Smokey has found love again. He married Frances Gladney in 2002, and the two have been inseparable ever since. They live a peaceful life, and despite being in his 80s, Smokey is still performing, looking decades younger than his age, and proving that real legends never fade. Stevie Wonder. Next up on the list is a man we can all agree deserves to be called a musical genius, Steve Wonder. Born 6 weeks premature in 1950, Stevie lost his sight as a baby due to a condition called retinopathy of prematurity. But let me tell you, nothing stopped this man from becoming one of the greatest musicians of all time. Signed to Motown at just 11 years old, he became Little Stevie Wonder and blew minds with his insane talent. Over the decades, he gave us classics like Superstition, Isn't She Lovely, and I Just Called to Say I Love You. He's won 25 Grammys, making him one of the most awarded artists ever. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Stevie Wonder has a huge family. The man has been married 3 times and has 9 children with 5 different women. His first wife was Sarita Wright, a Motown singer-songwriter, but their marriage only lasted 2 years. Later, he married fashion designer Kai Millard, and they had 2 sons, Kayland and Mandla. After their split, Stevie found love again and tied the knot with Tamika Robin Bracey in 2017. She's the mother of 2 of his youngest children, and get this, their wedding was so extravagant that Stevie reportedly performed for his own guests. Despite his busy love life, Stevie is a dedicated father. His kids are all grown up now, and some, like his son Kayland, are making names for themselves in fashion and music. These days, Stevie is still performing, still making music, and still inspiring millions. Even at 74, he's proving that real talent never fades. And listen, we're just getting started. The next R&B icon on this list, their story is even crazier because you just won't believe how much they have changed. Stay tuned. Mary J. Blige. On to the next on our list, the queen of hip-hop soul herself, Mary J. Blige. If you don't feel something when a Mary J. song plays, you might need to check your pulse. Born in the Bronx in 1971, Mary had a rough upbringing. But that struggle? It fueled her music. She was discovered in a mall, got signed to Uptown Records, and boom, her debut album, What's the 411, changed R&B forever. From Real Love to Be Without You, Mary gave us back-to-back classics. Now, let's talk about her personal life because, phew, it's been a ride. In 2003, she married her manager Kendu Isaacs, and at first, it seemed like a fairy tale. But behind closed doors, drama. The marriage ended in a messy divorce in 2016, and let's just say, Mary did not hold back in her music about it. These days, she's focused on herself, living her best life, and looking better than ever. And let's not forget the fact that she boasts a net worth of $20 million, and this woman knows how to live. She once owned a $12.5 million mansion with a pool, basketball court, home cinema, you name it. And her car game? Flawless. She's been spotted cruising in a Rolls-Royce Ghost, because why not? When you're the queen of hip-hop soul, you move like royalty. Keith Washington. Now let's slide over to Keith Washington, the smooth-voiced crooner who had us melting with Kissing You, the heartfelt ballad that became an instant classic in the 90s. Born in Detroit in 1960, Keith had that signature R&B silkiness that made him a lady's favorite. His music was the kind that made you close your eyes and sway, with lyrics dripping in romance and melodies that felt like a warm embrace. But Keith wasn't just a voice, he was a presence. His style, his charm, and that effortless cool made him a staple in the golden era of R&B. Kissing You wasn't just a song, it was an anthem for love and longing, even earning him a Grammy nomination and a No. 1 spot on the R&B charts. His debut album, Make Time for Love, had everyone playing it on repeat, solidifying his place in the genre. Keith even dabbled in acting, popping up on hit shows like Martin and General Hospital, proving he had more than just vocals, he had screen presence too. Fans still remember that hilarious Martin episode where he serenaded Gina, leaving Martin himself feeling all kinds of insecure. That moment? Iconic. Now, when it comes to love, Keith kept it classy. He was married to Marcia Jenkins, the actress from 227, and for a while, they seemed like the perfect R&B power couple. But like many Hollywood romances, it didn't last, and they eventually went their separate ways. These days, Keith keeps his personal life low-key, away from the media, but trust me, he's still got it. Now, let's talk money. Keith's net worth isn't hitting the mega millions like some of his contemporaries, but with an estimated $500,000, he's still living comfortably. He may not be out here flaunting a fleet of Bentleys and Ferraris, but his real wealth, his legacy, that voice, that timeless song, and that undeniable charm that still has fans swooning to this day. And guess what? Keith Washington is still doing music, still performing, and still reminding us all why R&B in the 90s was pure magic. Whether it's a live show, a rare interview, or a surprise guest appearance, one thing's for sure. Keith Washington is a name that will never fade from the world of classic R&B. Lenny Kravitz, born on May 26, 1964, in Manhattan, New York. Lenny Kravitz is currently 60 years old. This multi-talented artist has seamlessly blended rock, soul, and funk to create a unique sound that's all his own. As of 2025, Lenny is single and has openly embraced his solo status, dedicating his time to personal development and spirituality. He was previously married to actress Lisa Bonet from 1987 to 1993, and they share a daughter, Zoe Kravitz, born on December 1, 1988. Professionally, Lenny continues to make waves in the music industry. He released his album Blue Electric Light in May 2024, which has been met with critical acclaim. Following the album's success, he's embarked on a South American tour and has an upcoming European tour. Excitingly, Lenny has also extended his Las Vegas residency at Park MGM into August 2025, showcasing his enduring appeal and energy on stage. Keith Sweat. Keith Sweat, born on July 22, 1961, in Harlem, New York City, is now 63 years old. Known for his smooth vocals and contributions to the new jack swing era, Keith has been a staple in R&B music for decades. As of now, Keith is not married. He was previously married to Lisa Wu Hartwell of the Real Housewives of Atlanta fame in 1992, but they divorced in 2002. The couple has 2 sons together, and Keith has full custody of both children. In addition to his sons, Keith has 3 daughters, one of whom he shares with Tracy J., and a son named Joshua. Keith remains active in the music scene, performing and connecting with fans old and new. His legacy in R&B is solidified, and he continues to influence upcoming artists with his timeless sound. If you sleep now, you lose, because we are about exploring the lives of more R&B legends, bringing you the latest on their journeys and achievements. Maze featuring Frankie Beverly. Formed in 1970 in Philadelphia, Maze, led by the charismatic Frankie Beverly, became a cornerstone of soul and funk music. Originally named Raw Soul, the band relocated to San Francisco, where a chance encounter with Marvin Gaye propelled them into the limelight. Marvin not only took them on tour, but also suggested the name change to Maze, setting the stage for their illustrious career. Their self-titled debut album in 1977 introduced the world to hits like Happy Feelin's and While I'm Alone, showcasing their smooth grooves and heartfelt lyrics. Over the years, Mays delivered 9 gold-certified albums with timeless tracks such as Joy and Pain and Before I Let Go, the latter famously covered by Beyoncé in 2019, introducing a new generation to their classic sound. Frankie Beverly, born on December 6, 1946, in Philadelphia, was the driving force behind the band's soulful vibe. Despite their success, Mays maintained a close-knit, family-like dynamic, with Frankie often emphasizing the importance of unity and love both on and off the stage. Tragically, on September 10, 2024, the music world bid farewell to Frankie Beverly, who passed away at the age of 77. His legacy, however, continues to resonate, with Mays's music remaining a staple at gatherings and celebrations, embodying the enduring spirit of joy and togetherness. R. Kelly. Born Robert Sylvester Kelly on January 8, 1967, in Chicago, Illinois, R. Kelly rose to fame in the 1990s as a prolific singer, songwriter, and producer. Known for hits like I Believe I Can Fly, Ignition, Remix, and Bump and Grind, his music dominated the R&B charts and earned him multiple awards, including 3 Grammys. In his personal life, R. Kelly was previously married to the late singer Aaliyah in 1994, though the marriage was annulled due to her being underage. Later, he married Andrea Lee in 1996, with whom he has 3 children, Joanne, Jay, and Robert Jr. The couple divorced in 2009. However, R. Kelly's career has been overshadowed by numerous legal issues. In 2021, he was convicted of racketeering and sex trafficking charges, leading to a 30-year prison sentence. Despite appeals, his conviction was upheld in February 2025. Currently, at 58 years old, R. Kelly is incarcerated and eligible for release in 2045. His net worth has significantly declined, with reports estimating it at negative $2 million, primarily due to legal fees and settlements. Despite his imprisonment, he released a song titled My Soul Cries Out from prison in January 2025, reflecting on his experiences and emotions. Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan's musical journey began in her teenage years. She co-founded the funk band Rufus in the early 1970s, and their collaboration produced classics like Tell Me Something Good and Ain't Nobody. Embarking on a solo career, Chaka gifted the world with hits such as I'm Every Woman and I Feel For You. Born Yvette Marie Stevens on March 23, 1953, in Chicago, Illinois, Chaka boasts the portfolio of decades-long successful career. But beyond her illustrious career, she is also a proud mother and grandmother. She has 2 children, daughter Malini, born in 1973, and son Damien, born in 1979. Embracing her role as a matriarch, Chaka has expressed immense joy in watching her family grow, even celebrating the arrival of grandchildren. At 71, Chaka remains vibrant and active in the music scene. In a recent interview, she shared that she's not nostalgic about the past, focusing instead on living her life day by day and cherishing the love from her multi-generational fan base. She continues to perform and inspire, leaving an indelible mark on the music industry. Anita Baker. Anita Denise Baker was born in Toledo, Ohio, and raised in Detroit, Michigan, where she started her journey to superstardom, captivating audiences across the globe with her soulful voice in the 1980s with hits like Sweet Love and Giving You the Best That I Got. Her music is characterized by her rich vocals and the level of emotional depth she brings to every performance. She has earned 8 Grammy Awards and maintains a lasting legacy in R&B. Anita remains a devoted mother to her 2 sons, Walter Baker Bridgeforth and Edward Carlton Bridgeforth, from her marriage to Walter Bridgeforth Jr., which ended in 2008. Balancing her career and family, Anita took a step back from the limelight to focus on raising her children, demonstrating her commitment to family values. Now 67, Anita has made a celebrated return to the stage, embarking on tours that reaffirm her status as a live performance powerhouse. Her enduring talent continues to captivate audiences, proving that true artistry transcends time. Talk about legends whose swimming pools aren't just decorated with any awards, but with Grammys, and even grandmas who are still killing it on stage. The gist just keeps getting better. Jeffrey Osborne. Jeffrey Osborne is popularly celebrated for timeless hits like On the Wings of Love, and has long been regarded as a symbol of musical excellence and refined taste. His journey from the lead singer of LTD to a successful solo artist has been marked by both artistic triumphs and personal challenges. Beyond his musical achievements, Osborne's lifestyle reflects a deep appreciation for luxury and class. His residences are known for their elegant designs, featuring tasteful decor that mirrors his artistic sensibilities. In addition to his real estate investments, he has cultivated a collection of classic cars, showcasing his passion for automotive excellence. In every public appearance that he makes, one thing that is remarkable about Osborne is his refined taste in fashion, often spotted in tailored suits and stylish accessories that exude class and confidence. However, not all has been smooth sailing. On May 6, 2023, during a performance at the Greek Theater in Los Angeles, Osborne faced a lawsuit from two women, Danielle Buchanan and Maneva Curry. The plaintiffs alleged negligent and discriminatory behavior, claiming they were humiliated during the concert. According to the lawsuit, Osborne directed his team to select an audience member to assist in singing his 1986 hit, You Should Be Mine, the woo-woo song. Buchanan was chosen to sing the iconic Can You Woo 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 line into the microphone with the camera directed at her. The lawsuit sought over $2 million in damages, which doesn't quite tally with his otherwise illustrious career. Despite this controversy, Osborne's passion for music remains undeterred as he continues to perform, with his voice still as captivating as ever, and maintains a strong connection with his fans. In 2024, he is set to perform in South Africa for the first time, bringing his You Should Be Mine tour to Johannesburg. This milestone reflects his enduring appeal and commitment to sharing his music with audiences worldwide. In a recent interview, Osborne expressed gratitude for his enduring career and the support of his fans. He reaffirmed his dedication to creating music that resonates with listeners and his desire to continue performing for as long as his voice allows. While the 2023 lawsuit remains a notable incident, it has not derailed his musical journey. His life continues to be a blend of artistic passion, personal style, and resilience, embodying the spirit of an artist who remains dedicated to his craft and his audience. Billy Ocean. Now let's talk about Billy Ocean, the smooth-voiced crooner from Trinidad and Tobago who became a household name in the 70s and 80s with hits like Caribbean Queen, Suddenly, and Get Out of My Dreams, Get Into My Car. His ability to blend R&B with pop and reggae rhythms is what set him apart, making him one of the most celebrated international artists of his era. Unlike many of his contemporaries, Billy Ocean has lived a relatively drama-free life. He has been happily married to his wife, Judy Bain, since 1978, and they have 3 children. His dedication to his family has always been a priority, and even at the peak of his fame, he made sure to balance music with his personal life. Financially, Billy Ocean has done well for himself, accumulating an estimated net worth of around $12 million. While he enjoys a comfortable lifestyle, he has never been one to flaunt excessive wealth. Instead, he finds joy in simpler luxuries, traveling, spending time with his grandchildren, and occasionally gracing the stage for live performances. At 74 years old, Billy Ocean is still going strong, performing at concerts and festivals worldwide. His voice remains as rich and soulful as ever, and he continues to charm audiences with his timeless music. His story is a clear example of longevity, discipline, and staying true to oneself in an industry known for its ups and downs. The O'Jays. The O'Jays, the legendary soul and R&B group, have been serving timeless hits and smooth harmonies for over 6 decades. Best known for classics like Love Train, Backstabbers, and For the Love of Money, these men didn't just make music. They created anthems that defined generations. Their ability to blend silky vocals with socially conscious lyrics set them apart, making them icons in the industry. Despite their success, the journey wasn't always smooth. The group, originally formed in the late 50s, went through several lineup changes before solidifying their classic trio, Eddie Levert, Walter Williams, and William Powell, in the 70s. However, Powell tragically passed away from cancer in 1977, leaving a void in the group. Still, Levert and Williams carried on, keeping the O'Jays' legacy alive. When it comes to family life, Eddie Levert has seen both joy and tragedy. He is the father of the late R&B star Gerald Levert, whose untimely death in 2006 devastated the music world. Eddie's other son, Sean Levert, also passed away in 2008, marking a painful chapter in his life. Despite these losses, Eddie continues to perform, proving that music is not just a career, but a form of healing. Walter Williams, on the other hand, has battled multiple sclerosis for years, but refuses to let it slow him down. As of today, the O'Jays are still giving audiences soulful performances, though they've announced their retirement from touring. Their impact on R&B and soul music is undeniable, and their influence continues to be felt in artists who followed in their footsteps. They may not be riding the love train as much as before, but their legacy rolls on. There are stars, and then there are legends like the O'Jays and Billy Ocean, who didn't just shine for a moment. They built legacies that have lasted for decades. If you're ready for more, buckle up. This is going to be a ride through greatness. The Isley Brothers. Talk about icons, let's dig into another legendary group, the Isley Brothers. If there's one group that has mastered the art of staying relevant across multiple generations, it's these guys. With a career spanning over 7 decades, they've given us unforgettable hits like Between the Sheets, For the Love of You, and Shout. Their music has been sampled by countless artists, including the notorious Blige, Ice Cube, and Beyoncé, proving that their influence knows no bounds. The Isley Brothers were originally a family affair, founded by Ronald, Rudolph, O'Kelly, and later joined by younger members like Ernie and Marvin Isley. However, tragedy struck when O'Kelly died in 1986 and Marvin passed away in 2010. Today, the group is led by Ronald Isley and his younger brother Ernie, keeping the Isley magic alive. Ronald Isley's personal life has been just as intriguing as his career. At 82 years old, he is still performing and enjoying life with his much younger wife, Candy Johnson Isley, whom he married in 2005. Their marriage turned heads due to their 35-year age gap, but the couple has proven that love knows no boundaries. Together, they have a son, Ronald Isley Jr., and she has played a significant role in managing his career. Financially, the Isley Brothers have done well, but not without setbacks. Ronald Isley served time in prison for tax evasion from 2006 to 2010, a rough period that temporarily halted his career. However, like a true legend, he bounced back, releasing new music and continuing to tour. In 2021, the Isley Brothers had a versus battle against Earth, Wind and Fire, proving that their timeless sound still commands respect. Today, Ronald and Ernie Isley continue to perform, bringing that classic Isley sound to audiences worldwide. They've shown that true legends never fade. They just keep making between the sheets moments for new generations to enjoy. Philip Bailey. Philip Bailey, the falsetto powerhouse behind Earth, Wind and Fire's timeless hits, is more than just a voice. He's a legend. With a career spanning over 5 decades, Bailey has solidified himself as one of the most distinctive vocalists in R&B, soul, and funk. Born in Denver, Colorado in 1951, his journey into music began early, but it was when he joined Earth, Wind and Fire in 1972 that his career skyrocketed. with classics like Reasons, Fantasy, and After the Love Is Gone. His superb, almost angelic falsetto became the band's signature sound, complementing Maurice White's deeper, soulful vocals. Bailey didn't just thrive as part of a group, he proved he could shine on his own, too. In the mid-1980s, he stepped into the solo spotlight, dropping the hit single Easy Lover with Phil Collins, which became an international sensation. His ability to blend R&B, pop, jazz, and gospel made him a versatile artist who appealed to multiple generations. But while his musical career was thriving, Bailey kept a relatively low profile when it came to his personal life. He has been married twice and is a proud father of 7 children. Despite the fame, he has always valued family and faith, even releasing several gospel albums, proving that his spiritual side was just as strong as his musical one. Today, at 73 years old, Bailey continues to perform, often touring with Earth, Wind & Fire and collaborating with modern artists who still revere his work. His net worth is estimated to be around $4 million, and he remains a respected figure in the industry. Whether it's in the studio, on stage, or behind the scenes mentoring younger artists, Philip Bailey is proof that true talent never fades. It only evolves. Anthony Hamilton. Now let's shift gears to another R&B sensation, Anthony Hamilton, the modern-day soul singer with a voice so rich and textured it could melt butter. Born in Charlotte, North Carolina in 1971, Hamilton's journey to stardom wasn't overnight. He spent years grinding behind the scenes, writing songs and doing backup vocals before his breakthrough album, Comin' From Where I'm From, changed everything in 2003. The album's title track and Charlene became instant classics, putting him in the same league as some of the greatest soul singers of all time. Hamilton's music is deeply rooted in Southern soul, gospel, and blues, making his sound a refreshing contrast in an era dominated by hip-hop-infused R&B. Over the years, he has collaborated with industry heavyweights like Al Green, Jill Scott, and Buddy Guy, further cementing his status as a versatile artist. When it comes to his personal life, Hamilton has experienced both love and heartbreak. He was married to Tarsha McMillan, a background singer, for over 10 years before they amicably divorced in 2015. The two share 3 children together, and despite their split, they've maintained a healthy co-parenting relationship. Hamilton has 6 children in total and often speaks about the importance of fatherhood and being present in their lives. At 53 years old, Hamilton is still making music, touring, and proving that soul music is alive and well. His net worth is estimated to be around $8 million, and he continues to stay relevant in the industry by blending traditional soul with contemporary sounds. Whether he's performing at a sold-out concert or serenading fans with his deep, rich vocals, Anthony Hamilton remains one of R&B's most treasured voices of all times. Patti LaBelle. Patti LaBelle, during her prime in Hollywood, was regarded as a true diva, delivering powerhouse performances with her legendary voice that has shaped R&B and soul music for decades. Her story is one filled with triumphs, struggles, iconic hits, and personal journeys that has kept her as relevant today as she was back in the golden era of music. Patti LaBelle was born in 1944 in Philadelphia, where she grew up singing in church, and that was how her powerhouse vocals were first noticed. She started her career as the lead singer of Patti LaBelle and the Bluebells, but the group later reinvented itself as LaBelle, a funk-driven trio known for their flamboyant outfits and futuristic sound. In 1974, they released Lady Marmalade, a song that became a cultural phenomenon, topping charts and solidifying Patti's place in music history. By the late 70s, Patti went solo, and that's when her career skyrocketed. She gave us unforgettable hits like If Only You Knew, Love, Need, and Want You, New Attitude, and On My Own with Michael McDonald. Her voice, a mix of gospel power, operatic range, and unfiltered emotion, made her one of the greatest vocalists of all time. But Patti's influence goes beyond music. She's an actress, an entrepreneur with a successful line of Patti's Pies, which went viral thanks to a fan's enthusiastic review, and a loving mother and grandmother. Her personal life had its ups and downs. She was married to her ex-husband Armstead Edwards for over 30 years before they divorced amicably in 2003. Today, at 80 years old, Patti LaBelle is still performing, still commanding standing ovations, and still reminding the world why she's the queen of soul-stirring music. Gladys Knight. Crowning the list at number 20, let's talk about the Empress of Soul herself, Gladys Knight, whose smooth, honey-coated voice has been a force to be reckoned with in the music industry for over 6 decades. Born in 1944 in Atlanta, Gladys started her journey as a child prodigy, winning a talent contest at just 7 years old. She formed Gladys Knight and the Pips with her brother and cousins, and together they became one of the biggest soul groups of the 60s and 70s. With hits like Midnight Train to Georgia, Neither One of Us Wants to Be the First to Say Goodbye, and If I Were Your Woman, Gladys and her Pips ruled the charts. Their smooth harmonies, heartfelt lyrics, and Gladys's rich, emotive vocals made their music timeless. In the 80s, she went solo, proving she could shine just as bright on her own. Gladys's personal life has been as eventful as her career. She has been married 4 times and is a proud mother and grandmother. In the 80s, she faced a secret gambling addiction, which she later overcame, proving her strength both on and off the stage. Today, at 80 years old, Gladys Knight is still performing, still mesmerizing audiences, and still showing the world that soul music is alive and well. Whether it's through music, acting, or philanthropy, she remains one of the most legendary figures in R&B history. Her voice? Unforgettable. And impact? Undeniable. To uncover more intriguing stories among Hollywood celebrities, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.